next, we'll see two workhorses toting the rock. Saquon and his Giants battling Zeek and his Cowboys. Can Dallas make it 8 wins in the last 9 against New York? Find out next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense, led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The numbers for Zeke from last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their 3rd-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11 after that sack. 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. brings up 4th down. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons, and even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. 52 catches last year for Zeke, and he's had as many as 77 in a year. I think he's hoping to get a little more stability in his offensive line and, of course, at the quarterback position. And if that happens, all of his numbers will go up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 7-7, our score after one. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
You know, the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Prescott now from the 50. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long to Barkley on the check down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A Cowboy 1st down there. Prescott to Gallup. A give to Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Blake Martinez, the Giants' leading tackler last year, in to make the stop there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The give is to Elliott. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
First down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
On 1st and 10, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. From the 44, Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
There's the first NFL catch for Kadarius Toney.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's third down. They'll look to throw again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Barkley hit, and the ball pops free.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott now after the fumble recovery.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Neville Gallimore
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. Alvin Kamara, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, we're off to check out another game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. They had no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter, and they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Micah Parsons, the rookie out of Penn State, in to drop him for the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. Run this one over the big boy. And they get it done.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A first down carry for Barkley. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jalen Smith in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rumbling past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Jalen Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Gardner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And New York set to take the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jalen Smith getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Giants on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw again on second down, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball and said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On second down now, it's Elliott. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 172 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Azeez Ojulari brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's third and long. Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jones now, throwing on first down. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
The Giants were able to trade back with Chicago and still land speedster Kadarius Toney with a 20th overall pick. This young flash out of Florida should help a Giants offense that was 31st in the NFL last year. And young quarterback Daniel Jones, he needs a target who can move the ball downfield. Toney excels at making guys miss in the open field, has a great change of pace, and picks up a first down with that catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and 10. To To throw is Jones. And they go back to Tony. It's complete this time. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jones. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it was a good first month, but